Okay? Yeah. Thank you very much for coming to this webinar, Change Your Mind, Transform Your Life. I'll be your presenter today. Just to give you some background on me, I have worn many hats in my career, including working in business, in education, teaching and coaching. I'm here to share with you my knowledge on positive mindset, used personally in my life and recommended with success to clients. Um, Hopefully, you will take away some insights today to help you in your journey. What we are going to cover today is to identify the areas you need to make changes, list parts of your life you feel you're doing well, and use your passions as a driver to change. At the end of this session, I'm going to give you 6 tips to change your mindset. How stressed are you? Oops, sorry. You might be one of the lucky people that have no stress at all. You might have found a way to navigate your life through the difficulties of the lockdown, and the change in everyday life has been welcome to you. But if you are not coping well, how stressed do you feel right now? Could you use the chat to write from 1 to 10, 1 not stressed at all, to 10 very stressed, to give me an indication where you are at the moment? You know where the chat is? It is important to examine the reasons you might feel stressed and to which extent. That is why I'm asking you to give feedback on that. It is just one issue or an area that you want to work, or it might be quite a few other things conflicting and gives you stress. Feel free to share if you want to. When our emotions are very strong, we lose the ability to think clearly. When we can't get what we need, we are stressing. We all need the basic needs to be covered, such as food, water, sleep. On top of that, it is very important to be healthy. If we are not healthy, that has an effect on our overall well-being. But that is not just enough to get rid of stress. We need in our lives things like kindness, respect, a sense of security, contact with other people. And now we see how important that is, intimacy and a sense of achievement. Not to forget privacy. We need a reason to get out of our bed in the morning. Let's look at the current situation. It's not the best time in our lives with the pandemic. Has your life been affected by COVID-19? How satisfied do you find your current situation? Do you feel the pandemic has an impact on your personal or professional life? Think about what are the effects on your job front. Are you worried about your family, your children, parents? Um, I'm, I'm worried about my mother who's elderly and far away from me. I haven't been able to visit for a whole year. You're probably working from home and you may have to work around your family. Do you feel valued enough? Or are you unhappy with the situation? Do you feel stressed, harassed? If you live on your own, you might feel lonely, cut off from your friends and family. You might be worried about working from home. The questions that come to mind is, am I going to get that promotion? Are they going to give me the, the rise, the pay rise they promised? Are they going to forget about me? Are they going to value what I'm doing for the business? Emotions run high at such times, and the funny thing is, when something happens to us, we experience an emotional reaction before any thinking occurs. If you think about it, what is the first thing? If someone upsets you, you stop thinking clearly. Do you need to change? But how? How do you think you could achieve change? But before we look at that, it is important to find out our approach to life and how we face difficult situations. How would you describe your mindset? Some people have a fixed mindset. They are interested in hearing feedback that reflects directly on their knowledge, skills, or ability. If they don't know the answer to a question, if they make a mistake, they are not interested in hearing the right answer. In their minds, that is classified as a failure. They are not interested in finding out information that could help them learn and improve. It is a daunting task to try to be perfect at all times, to have the right answers, the right attitude, the right partner, the right family, the right job. In one word, to strive for perfection. When they can't achieve those goals, they feel a strong sense of failure. That sense of not being worthy of whatever they have, and have a need to strive for success at all times. In the fixed mindset, imperfections are shameful, and that hinders change. You might find that you are blaming others or blame yourself. As a result, feelings of anger, disgust, and other strong feelings towards yourself and others become a common feature. What's stopping you? What do you want to get out of life? Is it finding harmony at home with your loved ones? Wanting to be near your loved ones during this period? Some of us, for a month or more, will not see the people that we love and we are close to. Um, or you might have you want to resolve issues that have been there for a long time, but now you feel they are unbearable. Being locked in our homes, it brings forward all the negative feelings we might have. Do you have a growth mindset? Are you saying to yourself, what is that? It's good to look inside you. Is your main priority to learn, grow, and change? In that case, you are open to new experiences. You are looking at whatever the issues are and you focus on finding information, expand your existing knowledge, your skill, and aiming in finding the answer or the best solution based on the information you gathered. In a growth mindset, there is no negative judgment about yourself or others. Things happen, and your approach to life is with enough appetite for learning, constantly seeking out ways of progressing, of learning, and aiming to take constructive action. How do you approach life challenges? What's stopping you? I hear you saying, I've got too many problems. No way I can do much about it. I'll tell you my story. I have a real fear of heights. Some years ago, I was asked to visit a town far away from my area to negotiate a big contract for my company. I knew the roads were famous for traffic accidents, serious traffic accidents, were very narrow, and lorries would slow you down. I was terrified, but I had to do it. I looked at the map to find another way to reach this place, but from where I was, that was the only way. I started thinking about the journey with trepidation. I love food. um, People who know me, they know that I could do travel far and wide for something to eat, delicious. Up the mountains, they are famous for their food. Their particular cheese and cured meats and sausages are very famous. I always wanted to taste the lovely food in that area, but I would not travel that far. Um, I started thinking about my trip in a different way. My desire to taste that lovely food changed my way of thinking about my trip. I could not change the roads, but I could start planning my trip in a different way. I left very early, drove carefully, avoiding the heavy traffic, and I arrived at my destination in good time. Um, I don't have to tell you, I focus on my driving, not looking at the ravines. I arrived on time for my meeting. I was very proud to master, or better, manage my fear, because I've got still that fear of heights. And yes, I enjoyed a delicious meal at the end of my trip. And did I tell you, I got the big contract? At the end of this experience, it was worth it. Let's look at what are your dreams and aspirations. Probably it's important to rediscover your passions in life. Adopt positive thinking. Positive thinking helps you with your stress management, and can even improve your health. Practice overcoming negative thoughts. Face the issue and try to find a realistic solution. Identify areas you want to tackle first. Set clear goals. Take one goal at a time. Be optimistic and try not to allow pessimistic thoughts to stop you accomplishing your goal. Surround yourself with positive people. Talk to your coach to help you navigate through the bad times and set strategies in place to help you now and in the future. Take up a sport, a hobby. You don't have to be an artist to paint a masterpiece or an athlete to exercise. Try to set the positives and see the positives in situations. For example, we are at lockdown and you hate to be at home isolated from everything and everybody you know. Can you think of something you have put off for a long time because you were busy? Can you do it? Can you finish it? There are also so many other free or cheap courses you can take up and learn a new skill. You could connect with your neighbors and volunteer to do their shopping, wave from afar, pick up the phone and speak with a friend or family, arrange to attend an event. In my family, we arranged to go to the theatre occasionally, and we made it as a big event. Okay, we buy the tickets and we dress up and we watch a play or a film, but you can do other things and all of that virtually. Okay, meet your friends, play a quiz with a group, read a book, knit, dig your garden, think of something else that you are interested or passionate about to do. Don't allow negative thoughts to fill your mind. Emotions. Okay, our emotions affect the way we think and act. Our thoughts affect the way we act. We are guided by our emotions. Our actions are influenced by our emotions and our thinking. We can overcome negative behavior by examining our emotions. Take time out. Speak to your coach. Thierry and I are here to help you. Don't allow conflict and conflicting emotions to cloud your judgment. Unraveling your emotions will help you better understand your triggers. Think carefully before you take an action and make sure it is the right one for you. Your passions. Sorry. How do you see life? Your attitude is shaping everything in your life and affects the direction you are traveling. Would you say you're a positive thinker? Take a minute and list the things that are going well for you at the moment. I'll give you a minute to write down, if you can, the things that you think are good in your life. If you finish, raise your hand. Lovely. Thank you. Now think what's stopping you. Are you allowing indecision to take over? You might be putting things off because of the fear of making a mistake. Think about if and take the next step. You will be surprised where it might take you. Some people say, can't focus on anything. What's the point? Not taking a positive action today has an effect later on. Are you prepared to pay the price at a later date? Your passions are. If you had a magic wand to transform yourself and your life, what would you like your life to look like? Think about it. Create a plan of action. Ask for yourself. An important process is to keep notes for yourself for a daily affirmation. Let's see what the results will be in 3 months' time. You'll be surprised how the change in your mindset has brought you closer to achieving your goals. Work on being optimistic. This may have been heard often, but trust me, it works. Take a chance and believe in a successful outcome. Remember, you have to convince yourself that you can do it. Be grateful. Look at yourself and your life and be thankful for what you already have and what you have achieved so far. Take a moment and reflect, because as you identify the things you are grateful for, you can see your strengths and resources. Accept that things might not turn out as you want them. Value the experience and learn from it. Don't give up. Try again using a different approach. Be resilient. Build your inner strength to overcome disappointments, failures, or hardships. As I said, there is always a lesson. Focus on how to achieve your goal, improve your ability to concentrate on tasks, and look at all possible solutions. As an example, try first something simple like completing an unfinished puzzle. You might be frustrated, certainly interested because it's your puzzle, and challenged. At the end, you'll feel a sense of achievement. Use this as a springboard for bigger tasks. I promise you the 6 tips to change your mindset. Let's look at the formula. Start each day with a positive thought. When I say a positive thought, sometimes things are very grey, but you open the curtains and you see the sky, even if it rains. Open the window and hear outside of your window the noise, hear the birds. At the moment, we don't hear the planes. What a good start to our day. Face your fears. When we are frightened, we want to hide. We don't want to open that because it's difficult. But nevertheless, if you manage your emotions, you will start thinking clearly and try to find solutions or find a way to deal with the problem. Set realistic, achievable goals. Sometimes we think we want the moon, but we haven't really trained to become astronauts. Then, if we say, I would like to work towards something achievable, then that will be the springboard to go further. Put your plan in action. Have a plan and put it in action. It's so important to have a plan. And some people have a written plan. Do whatever it helps you. By looking at your plan every day, you could tick the ones that you have done. You will feel such a great satisfaction. Learn from your experience and adjust. Sometimes we try something new and it doesn't work, and we panic and we think, oh my God, I wasn't successful. Then that stops you experiencing and changing. Adjust. Try again and never give up. This is from my own personal experience. Life is not easy, but if we don't try and try again and don't give up, then life will not be happy. The new you, take charge today. Thank you for your support. If you enjoyed the presentation today, you might be interested in receiving coaching from Thierry or I. We do have 2 packages. One is a starter pack. It's a 2-hour coaching to help you change your mindset. and set your goals for that they are right for you. And it's online or face to face, and it's £99. Some people like to have additional coaching sessions from time to time to keep on track, stay focused and re-energized on a regular basis. The session for 1 hour is £60, or if you want, you could take 4 sessions that you could take for not in 1 week, but for a period of time for £220. Thank you very much for coming to my webinar. Please, if you like the session, give your feedback on LinkedIn, Facebook, or send it to us. We will be grateful to receive your feedback. Now you could switch on your mics, and I'll take any questions you may have.
Kula, do you want me to continue recording or should we cut it here?
We could cut it here.
Thank you.